We had a beautiful plan to open a school where every student would be welcome, would enjoy experiences with multiple works of art, would have rigorous academic experiences, be prepared for college. Our plans were beautiful. We were ready to go, and then our students showed up and brought every issue known to every one of you in this room who is a teacher, administrator, student yourself. Life in schools is complicated, and what we realized we were really doing, the best metaphor I've ever heard has been, we were building and flying the airplane, because we took in 100 wonderful students in 2005 on the first day of school, and on the second day of school realized we didn't have all the pieces that we needed to really make our vision come to life. What we really realized that we needed was a way to kind of fast track the development of the culture and community of the school, because nobody came to our school to work who did not fully believe in our philosophy and the mission of the school. What we needed, though, was a way to really structure those ideas around building the relationships, first with one another, and then with the students and their families and the other members of our educational community.
What we did was we went and Steve, again, huge support, took us out of the classroom, which was hard for the school, especially for 3 teachers, and sent us to Bethlehem. And we did a series of 3-day trainings, and the last of which was the Train the Trainers training. So, and now we have a more comprehensive relationship with IIRP at the school, and it's really been very, very helpful. We've really avoided fights. We have circles to prevent fights. We have circles if they occur. I know that we have impromptu conferences all the time. Really, the climate of my school, having worked in the Bronx for 4 years and been at this school for 5, it feels nice. It feels safe. It feels good to be there. I think our students are really, really, really gifted at understanding how to express themselves. Conflicts with students are, it's not that they don't exist. Of course they exist. That's why it's restorative practices. The implication is you're not going to avoid conflict. You're going to restore what got taken out of the relationship quicker and in a more productive way. My grades have gone up. I think my content is easier to communicate to the students. And all of this stuff really is based around restorative practices. You're going to find people to say, I've had this said because I've talked to other schools about this. Yeah, that might work at your school, but the idea, my kids can't, whatever, finish the sentence there. Be so wary of this kind of language about students. I immediately, kind of makes my blood run cold to hear that so-and-so can't do this. Or that might work fine. I've heard this before. I'm sure it's fine for girls. Girls can probably do it. I don't think the guys at our school really could. Just consider this a challenge. I mean, that should be a challenge to you to say, that's why we're here, is to prove to folks who believe that that's just simply not the case. It's simply not the case. And anybody who believes it is probably either needs a real re-education program on their thought about the kids or should be doing something else. I think that buy-in is a huge challenge. I think that keeping the communication, it can't just be, the restorative practices can't happen just between you and the students. And then you deal with your colleagues in ways that are passive-aggressive or not open, or I don't think it just happens this isn't something for the kids. This is something for the community, for everyone. It needs to be the relationship that you have with your administrators. It needs to be administrator to administrator. It needs to be staff member to staff member. It has to be comprehensive because our students are the most perceptive people you will ever meet in your life. And, in your lives, I think they perceive when we're telling them to handle things one way, and then they see us handling something the opposite way. They know that. And I think we need to be more aware of that. We've trained seniors in some restorative practices, affective statements, small impromptu conferences, and circle facilitating. We have 19 seniors now who wear sweatshirts. They are student circle facilitators. They always have a talking piece on them at any time Teachers can call them in, I need you to deal with this. They can conduct small, why don't we put the work on the students? I need you to be problem solvers now. I have to teach this lesson. They're free, seniors have smaller schedules, so they're available. These are just some of the things that we've done, I think, that have had a lot of impact. We're not there yet 100%, but it's really, really, really improved my practice, and it makes me excited about kind of moving forward. So thank you for listening to me.